Always with the light. It's been a while. It's been a while. I have not done a live video, and I'm way behind on so many teeny weeny little findings. Talking to myself, so many little findings, so many I have forgotten, and I am going to go over it. And I don't know why this does this. For all of a sudden, from nowhere, it starts doing this. I take off the ringer, it puts on the ringer. Hold on a second. Take it off, put it on. Oh my God, now there's a new option on the phone when you drag your finger from the wrong spot. There you go. Take that all off. Take that off. Done. The Teleo phone. Teleo. So in a previous video, I spoke that the queen can only go like this, and that the king can go in all directions, but it's not true. I was made aware that the king and queen can both go in all directions. The king has only 8 choices, but can move 1 when it occupies and there is no one around the king. I'm talking with the king in the game of chess. The word king, the letter K is for creation. It's not for nothing. The letter K is the 11th letter. Okay, you have A through J, which is created by A, B, C, D. Has anybody ever been here before? And I don't know why I keep having, hold on a second, I got something else popping up here. I have something in the background, and it's very upsetting. Just give me something. I don't like anything. Let's see. I'm just uninstalling it, and that's it. Hold on a second. That's it. Okay. I'll reinstall it again. I don't care for now. I just, okay. I don't know if I'll have to reinstall it or whatever. But anyways, so here's the 11th letter. Now, this is what happens. You see, A plus B plus C plus D, in which the reality is, if you want to see reality, okay, we're going to go and do this over here. So we're going to create this. And I created this size for a reason, okay? In fact, this, how can I explain this? This is home plate, let's say. I'm going to look at this as home plate. Okay, do you see how this is? It's 1.5 and 1.5. It's a representation of Mars divide. Okay, but we cannot, okay, get a single area box to create that A without creating this automatically. We've seen this before, haven't we? We've seen this artwork. What is happening with this artwork? What are the, I have a full square box here, I have a half here, I have a full square box here. I can automatically, in this, which is the primary, okay, for the, if you want to create, how did we do this? We want to create the hexagon, the 2-story hexagon obligation. Anyways, just let's forget about this. I didn't want to get into this. Forget it. It doesn't have a finite number to it right now, just certain obligations. What I wanted to say about the letter A is that as it's the letter A, it's also the open mouth of the letter C. It also shows within it the letter D. So in A is A, C, and D, but not B, unless we show the divide. Now with the divide, we can now get B. Forget about these over here. Here's your, here's your A. You create this over here as D, and then you divide D. So you divide your D, okay, but your D is this way. Here's your D, the cap. Here's the cap to the hat. If you notice, the jack the queen, the jack and the king, right? The jack and the king in the deck of cards all support a hat or a cap like this, meaning half. Because in chess, if you want to go to chess, okay, you have half and half the board in chess. So it looks rectangular. And it is split between the king and the queen, between the roi and the dame. English and French, my friends. English and French, my friends. 9 and 2. Their single digit value to the letter K and to the letter R. It is roi. It is king. It is number 41. It is 18, 33, and 9, and it is 42. The total of the two is 8301. Mercury's heaven. 4 and 1, 5. 4 and 2, 6. Creation of the student. The house, and I like to say it's the house of the rising sun, or the divided planet house. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. But anyways, let me finish off. I'm getting off the subject over here. I started out with A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D. In the letter A, okay, is A, B, C, D. Okay, and you can make it up, but it doesn't matter. I'm just showing you that here it is. Here's the letter. Well, that's the V, if you want to look at it that way. But here's the A, and over here is the D. You can look if you want to see that the outline is the C or the inside is the C. If you divide it, okay, you get over here within it the B, but then you get a left side and a right side to the design. I'm going to have to design this again, I think. I'm going to do it 4 by 4, make it easier. So we're going to take it over here, and we're going to divide it over here. And if you want, we can look at it as the cap of a pyramid once we divide it. So when we divide A and D, we create A, which is everything together. And then when we create from D, we get B. So everything is the divide, the gates of divide. Gates of divide. The real word for gates of divide is right here, 7 and 4. J10, E05, S19, U21, S19. 6, 6, 6, 666, SUS. The 19th letter, okay, but in gematria, STU is 676. So the S is the 6 in gematria, the U is the 6, and the S is the 6. The E is the 5, and the JHI is a 5. J, I think this is number 4. So it's from within the sun, 666, dividing through the sun. And if we go into the angle over here, and we divide this over here, and you take up an area space, you notice it looks like the corner of a building over here, right? We can probably run it down as a building, but we're not. We can call this the roof, but we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to take up an area space to this side, see of that square, and then we're going to take up area space to this side of the square. We're going to take up an extra area space on each side for the divided area space. So when we divide it, we get a half a space plus a full area space, and then we drag it back this way. We take the half a space and a full area space, and we drag it back this way. And then we do this. Okay, I'm going to call this 12 and 13. 12 and 13. And where have I seen this before, and where is this? Well, this is 180. This is 216. The center split is 225. Okay, all the way to 234. 234 is 876. It is the gateway and our vibration. 10, 10, 10. It is also 60, Hold on a second. 66, 6, and 234 equals to 0, 0, 90-degree angle to over here. The opening and closing angle. The 216, okay, or 2160 or 3476, this being kilometers, this being miles. This is, if I believe, the moon diameter. 2160, which is representing also 9 by 24, equaling to the 216 and the birth. The 9 representing the birth of the house planet. Also of ET of the sun. LAN being communication. LAN, has anybody heard of that before? When I use symbolism, can I say symbolism? I don't know what can I say symbolism? I see you, Robin. I'll be with you in a minute. Can I say symbolism? Everything that was created here, I want to relate to. I want to relate it, and it has to have a relationship. I relate it, and I relate it because of a relationship. Oh my God, I can't believe it's the same thing. So big deal. But we continue on. And it's ironic how certain things, like I just did the word God, right, with the circle and then with a dash. Does one mean it's a solid? The other means it's a stripe. 74 is the numeric value to Jesus. Time's numeric value is 47. The cross numeric value is 74. And what you can do with 7 and 4, 11, and we're going to get back to why the division of J and K, okay, with the division between JFK, okay, the obligation division of JFK. Hold on. So, back to ABCD. A plus B plus C plus D equals to 10. That is J. We have skipped over by the addition, and inside these numbers are E, okay, and F, and G, and H, and I. We jumped over all these numbers in order, okay, in order to create this mathematical situation. So what are all these numbers? Where can I use them? First of all, on the next two numbers, E and F, equals to a total of 11, and that is K. So we have JK, 5 and 6. The 6 envelops and swallows within what 5 is. I'm going to show you. You see, I have to have a real relationship. It has to tell me the true story. Here is number 6, okay? The other side is a 1. Now, when I show you number 5, 6, the polarity of 6 is 1, and within 6 is 4, in which in 5 is 1. Do you follow what I'm saying? The center dot, okay, is inside the 5, but is not inside the 6. It is the polarity. So what is it doing? The average between these two dice, okay, the 5 minus 1.5 and the 6 minus 2.5 equals to 3.5. The center of this cube is marked at 3.5. Creation of the energy electric company. Alpha beta creation, and it is female creation from K. Creation from K, and I'm going to show you that 1 times 1, and it also starts in Fibonacci, okay, equals to 1. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. So here's my first 12. Here is the greatest number on 2 cubes to create. I have 12, or if you want to look at it, 21. I use it so basic, so basic. A child has to not understand. Hi, Mighty Mouse. Oops, making damn phone. I'm coming yet. German chocolate cake. Yo, come 11. Right. I'm a little off. I'm a little all over the place. That's the way I am. I'm focusing right now on building small situations to create a big story somewhere else, somewhere down the line. I want to see if I can fix this light. Hold on, the light just went like conked out on me. I'm not sure if you can all see well. Can you? Can you see well enough? Let me see if I can make this bigger. So anyways, so we have 12 or 21, right? Now, we're going to stay away from this, even though if you had 21 from that, your total between the two is 21. The total of a cube of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 21. But if the 6 is up, that means the 1 is down, and you will only have 6 up, okay? 1 down. The total here is 20. When you have 5 up and 2 down, the total is 19. When you have 4 up and 3 down, the total is 18. RSTU. We have the angel and the spirit angel. We have the birth angel, the one spirit of the heaven. So anyways, let me get back to, so this situation over here brings these EFGH. This is 11 plus GH and I. GH comes together as 15 equals to plus 9 equals to a total of 35. There's your total of 3 and 5 that comes together. So this is the power of where is this over here? Yes, 5 and 6. 5 and 6. The reverse of 5 and 6 is 1 and 2. The reverse of 5 is 2. The reverse of 6 is 1. I'm showing here the center. 15 is going to relate to the letter O and Mars. Over here, okay, minus 2.5. This is going to be the letter Y, and it's Earth. Once you have Mars and Earth, you now have the residency, the angel. This is where Mercury comes in. Ram comes in. Yo is the student. The blue world comes in over here. And this, okay, can be said as 40. We can also call it 35. We're only going to use one of these because these must join together, as these two will join together because of the polarity of this one being over here, and knowing that the 4 corners are already bestowed inside of 6. They work together. That is the student. This is the half-life. These are the 4 quarters. This is somehow has to be broken up. I'm not sure which way this has to be broken up, but just know that Yo 11, right, is the complete opposite. I can't get this light over here. Hold on a second. Just give me some light. Give me some light. Yes. So here's 1 and 2, right? A and B is the reverse of 11. So 3 is the reverse of 11. And in the game of pool, that would be the red ball. So 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. So it becomes 2 and 3. So how can we get 3 and 2? 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 and 1 equals 3. So 3 is creation. So when you're talking about the red ball and pool, you come to creation. 1 is from the solid and 1 is from the stripe. The stripe is the creation. This is also represented, okay, by the ace when you play the game of blackjack, where the ace gets the value of 11. So let me just take that away. I had made a mistake. I wanted to say again, the king is number 41. Where do we get number 41? This is how the whole video began. Do you want to know where I get number 41? I get 41 from 11. How do I get 11? 11. Wow, we need lights, eh? 11 has a value of 63, which is 18 and 9, or September 18th. We just went through it this weekend, equals to 27. Okay, so it's representing red inside the word. The letter count is 63, 11, but it's 11th is the way it's said. It's not like one where it's first or 21st. The alpha, do you want to call this the alpha omega? We skip over 11, 6 and 5, 11. We skip over it. Right? It's the second half. It's the second half. Right? And there's a game called Sickbo, a game with 3 cubes, but I don't want to get into this because you would need, I'm not sure if you would use, okay, let's not get into, let's just stay away. 21st and first. So the in-between of everything is between 2nd and 20th. That's where everything comes in between, right? But wait a second, it's 3rd and 19th. It's 4th and 18th. It's 5th and 17th. I'm going to explain to you why before I move on. Everything is so complicated, even to me. When I see something new, I jump off of one thing and start with the other. The first time ST ever happens, it happens with first. We are all into one side of one dimension inside of 20. Because it happens again over here, it's a new area, a new ball game. It's something new. It's a separate calculation. So now I'm calculating inside of it. Blackjack 21, double down on 10 and 11, right? You hear that all the time. Double down on 10 and 11. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 equals to okay, I was just looking for what this can mean. On cue, this is created by 25. This one is created by 23 or 15 base. This will create 11. This will create 11. This will create 17. This will also create 17. 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, 9 plus 8 equals to 17. Equals to 17. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to 5 equals to 6. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6 equals to 5 equals to 11. Now, I did this over here because once you get to here, the addition of A, B, C, D is where your 10J comes in. So your Johnny, your Jack, your Gene comes in over here. The Je angels. Because this is the 10, and the next letter is the E. The next world comes in 10-5, and this is where Mars begins, right over here. This is where the first cycle ends at 18, and the reflections in roulette, the numbers, reflection in roulette, are right here. It's the second half is this way, right over here. The second half of numbers starts at 19. The first half is over here, 18 and before. So here is where we stand on 17 according to the laws of blackjack. Okay, we're playing in between 1 and 21. You only have 1 card here and you need 2 cards regardless. And 2 cards can get you from here. Your first card can get you here, but your 2 cards can get you here. But anyways, the next one from this is 6th and 16. This is the half-life of the dice. The separation, okay, of the gateway of 76. And in gematria, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to show you this. This is so Here, just so by chance, I have it right over here. So we went all the way up to number 7. Now I'm climbing on the outside. Okay, I'm climbing on the outside. So where's 8 and 9? Well, 8 and 9 have disappeared in this. The H is now a number 6. The I is now a number 5. So the I is number 5. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 4 equals 5 equals 9. So what was 1 plus 4 equals to 5 is now the total mathematical situation that is created into 9. And this is your Fox 666. It's a vibration passage. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why, because when I show you why, it's not what I show you, but the numbers will show you. Okay, so where is 7, 8, 9? So are we counting here is 7, here is 6, here is 5? I don't know. But because I'm counting everything on top, I'm going to count 8 over here and 9 over here. I'm going to count 10 over here. Now, what's ironic about this? I figure you go up and now you go down, right? Up and down, just like if you want to look at your, let's look at this, okay? And like you always say, -1 and +1. And you say, how do I get from here to here? Well, the +1, the starting point is right over here, and you go up this way, and you got +1. When you got -1 to 0, you're right over here. You got -1, you go up and you're over here. So this is my version of this. And this is where you're, I'm not sure if you want to use this as the 120 mark, where you're chipped out over here. Okay, it's 120, and I don't know if you put this in a square. You put this, and then you take this, and you go this way, and then this way, and you end up with different sizes of something doing something, and I can't explain exactly what it is, but these are 120 areas. Okay, 360 degrees. So I'm not really sure exactly how to explain this, but it's just that situation. So anyways, when you get to 3 and you get to 11, everything has to, 12. We're going to get to 12 over here. Is that right? With 7 on top, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we can't get to number 13. We can't get to number 1. We just can't get there. Not in this mathematical situation. So now we're going to check something out. Here's number 5. And the reverse of number 5 is number 2. Verse of number 5 is number 2. The 5 and 3 create 8. The reverse of 8 is 6. 8 is on line 6. I'm going to see if I can fix this focus or something. I don't know where my camera focus is. Just 1 second. What do you call this camera? No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the Logitech. Logitech. Yeah, I need that. Where is it? Okay. Okay, focus. Okay. Okay. So where was I? Yes. So we had 5 and 3 on these dice. So I have to make sure that these instruments they gave us tell us the same story as what I'm doing. Okay, in which I already showed you that there's a pyramid. There's the pyramids that were created. Where's that pyramid created? See the pyramid using the ace where I divided it, creating the B letter? Or do we have to have 2 pyramids and we use the outline for the B letter? I don't know yet. It's all discussable. Okay. Okay, so yes. So what time would it be on the clock? If what time would it be on the clock? 120 degrees would be 8 hours, 24 hours, right? 120 degrees. If we that would be 3 times, and 4 times 90, okay, would give me 6666. So it would be 6 12, 6, 12, which would be 6, 3, 6, 3. And this would be 8, 16, 24, which would be 8, 7, and 6, telling me two stories. 1 plus 6, 7, 2 plus 4, 6, telling me two different stories in which are the reverse of this cube. 8, reverse 6, going against what would happen to the day if I went with 120 degrees, which is the evaluation of 3, and this one would be the evaluation of 9. This is the angel time. One is on one side, one is the polarity of the other. 8 polarity is 6, it is the house planet. Division of the 7th gate, this one over here, versus number 3, it'd be 3 and 7 that come together. 37 and 17, 54. 37 and 17 equals 54. The reason I'm mentioning this, for those who don't know what I do, okay, is if I was counting a word, and the word had 2 letters, B and E, okay, no, not B and E. Let's say something else. I don't have my eraser, eh? Jiminy crackers. Okay. Let's say it was J, and I need it. No. So I got something much easier. Okay, hold on a second. I got to fix this. Give me a second. Okay, got something easier. Way easier. H and I. The reverse alphabet of HI is R and S. This equals to a total of 37. This equals to a total of 17. Here's that 37. It goes with the creation of Earth's jack, the plug-in. Where do I get this? The word jack is the 10th letter, is the first letter, is the third letter, is the 11th letter. This letter creates this letter. And this letter is at where? We use this for at, right? We're not going to use it. Being the first letter and the capital letter, J has an evaluation of A, B, C, D. Very complicated. It is very complicated. I'm going pretty quick, eh? I'm going pretty quick. Should slow down. So not only that, I'm going to go to 6 and 2. I got to get another dice. Hold on a second. I got to get another dice. Very dark in here, eh? Very dark. Just give me a second here. I forgot I had something cooking. Give me a minute. You know what? I can bring out one of these. Nothing is there on the 4, but on the 5 it looks like that. This is what you can do with the 4. This is what you have to do with the 5. I don't want to know what's in my way. I want to know how I can go around it. You see the corners, what it does, the way it comes down here and goes over here? 5-point star, 5-point star, 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5. You're either going this way or you're going this way. You're not going both ways. So now this is what we're going to do now. I got another dice. We have the 6 and we have the 2 for 8. You remember 6 and 8? 5 and 1. That is Mars. That is the Queen. Mars, Queen. F and B. These are the only 2 that do not have a black key next to them. If you want to look at planets, it is either Neptune and Mars, or it is Venus and Saturn. It is Mercury and Jupiter. Together, they make up Mars, the letter O, the heaven's birth to the sun. Why? Because the 1, every side of this cube has a possibility of having 9 dots. When you do not see 9 dots, you see what is missing. If it is 1 and there is 9, there are 8 that are not there. If there is 5 and there's a total of 9, there are 4 not there. If there is 2, there are 7 not there. And remember, one of the rules that I was shown is that the most you can have any dots, if they were all bored all the way through, is no more than 7. That is the highest number of dots you can call one side, and it's only the 6th side and the 1 side that you can call 7. 77, Christ, the half-life. You can say 61, but if you write 61, if you see it this way, you cannot say, or can you say, the heaven's birth? You see, because looking at this seems 6, but 61 can be inverted to 91. But sometimes looking at it this way, you say, how can I do it? By writing it, you can see it. The church spirit of Jesus Christ. 77, 74, 13 times 7 equals 91, 1 and 3 equals 4, 4, 7 equals 2, 74. 7 times 4 is 91, which equals to 13 times 7, or 13 cards in the deck of cards, times 4 suits equals to 364, or 7 times 4 equals 28 days to a 13-moon cycle. So none of this has to do with anything of me other than what the numbers will recreate. Church is a word that is number 61. This numeric value is created, okay, at the beginning through the half-life, number 16. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 equals 6. The total of 7 and 6 is 13. If we want to stop here, usually I stop on a plus because that's what divides everything. The multiplication splits everything in half. This is where Mars comes in, the multiplication in Mars. 6 by 7 equals to 42. The total is 55. 55 is the sky pass. It is the freedom of 66 because the word freedom is 66, but in freedom, freedom carries the word 55. It's been passed on to us, and that's the insurance company. Freedom at 55. And how is that 55 created? Through 2 cubes. It's either 3 and 2, 5, or it's 1 and 4, 5. I have to follow the rules of the game. Why Christ? Because, like I spoke before, these 2 cubes are automatically 7 and 7 each. It takes 2 to tango. It just takes 2. That's what it is. It takes 2. We play games. It's 1 cube does one thing. 2 cubes is something else. I'm playing with 2 cubes. So anyways, I want to go to where the birth comes in. So it's ironic that the birth comes in over here. 595. Now, when that birth comes in over here, in the game of craps, the odds, okay, the odds on 9 or 5, if you roll a 9 or a 5, you will get paid 7 to 5. And that is male, female, bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, and it is the moon pass. It's the moon Fox pass of the sun to DC. One of the moon passes to DC. One of the reasons for DC, now how would you say DC as the third and the fourth letter, right? Earth and Mars, third and the fourth planet. The polarity of 4 is 3. So how is this possible? Well, when you put 75 and a percentage sign in front of it, that becomes now 3/4. If you want to reverse it and say it's 75, you'll go 1 1/3 or 1.333. Now this is a whole new equation, 1.333, because that's where all your numbers come in. I'm going to jump to that and come back. I'm going to show you real quick where 147, hold on a second, let me see, what is it? 147, 258, 369. 258, 369. 3 times 1 equals 3. 3 times 4 equals 12. 3 times 7 equals 21. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 5 equals 15 equals to 0.6. 3 times 8 equals to 24. 1 plus 5, 6. 2 plus 4, 6. 0.6, 6. 369. 3 times 3, 9. 3 by 6, 18. 3 by 9, 27. 2 plus 7, 9. 1 plus 8, 9. 0.9. Fascinating. It is what it is. Divided by 3, 0.333, 1.333, 2.333, 2 divided by 3, 0.666, 1.666, 2.666. This becomes 1, this becomes 2, this becomes 3. So these envelop, which are enveloped in each of them. So this is nowhere without this and this. This is nowhere without this and this. This lives inside both 5 and 8. 1 lives both in 1 and 4 and 7, either in itself or in its polarity. And where does this one lives? Well, 3 inhibits 5, or is part of it. It is the 1 of the 5, where it is the 1 of the 4, and that is in the sun, the spirit in the sun. The passage in the sun of 333, 3 little pigs, the birth of the pigs, the child's upcoming first 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. This is the B world. It is 1 inside 2. You ever see this? 676, right? It's the magic hat. It is the Tav. It's the magic hat of the snowman. It is number 13. 13, or the wholesome total of plus equaling to 19, or like I just showed you before, 6 times 7 is 42, and 13 equaling to 55. Created by 6 and 7? No, created by 16. 1 times 6 equals 6. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 7 and 6 is 13. So where did number 13 come from? This is the bar mitzvah. And that will create 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 equals to 4. That is my DC. My DC is created by the male. This is the polarity. Why is it the polarity? Because of the polarity of the alphabet, which is 27, A1, Z26. The polarity is 27. The polarity of 23 is 24. 24 is 23. This is the X. And this is the W. This is where the switch comes in at between number 23 and between number 24. Between 11, 6 and 5. Okay, and numbers 14, K, N. But I'll show you how it becomes 14. It becomes 2 times 4 equals to 6. 2 plus 4 equals to 8. This is the polarity. 6 and 8 are the polarity. And where do I get the polarity here in the 6 and 8? And why is it through 2 and 4? Because the opposite side of 3 is 4. See this? 1 times 3, 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 and 23 is equal to 27. 3 and 24 equals to 27. That's the polarity of these numbers. So it shows me the 4 polarity is the 3. So now we're going to check it out in math. 1 plus 2 plus 3 and this equals 6. 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6. They're perfect. But what happens if I multiply this by 4? It becomes 24. And if I add the 4, it equals to 10. All of a sudden, the whole game has been switched around. Now there's a complete difference. Once you come to 4, the new polarity is 10 and 24. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 2 plus 4 equals 6. So it's showing me that in this house, number 24, it is the half-life. It is divided by the heavens. The heavens, you want to look at it as D, okay, and D equaling to that H, pointing in 2 directions, opening up through the heavens. Is it 1 and 6, as the polarity of the 6 is the 1 on the dice, showing us a new polarity. Right away when we get to the 4th number, which is where we just skipped on the last page, we have not gone, we stopped. We have not entered into E, because after J, the new world, instead of it being A, B, it is F and E, which is the reverse between 1 and 2, 1 and 2, okay, 1 and 2. The reverse is 5 and 6. So those are the first 2 in the new polarity. 5 and 6 equals to 11. It ends in 10J, and it begins in 11K. And now you have the 11, so we now start at K. So what happens to the next number, 7, 8, and 9, right? The next number stands, okay? The next number will stand on 7. It is the dividing gate, number 7. We won't go any further into that. So we can see how the X, so if you go back with your X, okay, you're going to a new polarity, okay? It ends and it begins a nuality, but you're going back to your X, so what are you going back in time? So this is the female. So what happened over here when we come to 3 and 4? What happens is 4 times 3 equals to 12. 4 plus 3 equals to 7, or 07 equals to that number 19 I was speaking about, okay, over here, which is the crown, okay, of the gematria scale, 6, 7, 6. 13 and 13 equals to 19, and how the mathematics equal it. How it tells me about the freedom 55 because of what the mathematics do. How it told me about Jesus Christ, why it told me about that. I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. Let's see if I wrote it down. I want to see where it was. Where was I? Where was I with this? Hold on a second. Yes, it was right here. Somehow I opened another page up. So it was right here because Jesus is number 74. Christ is number 77. The two of them, 77 and 74, equals to 151. This is the E world of Mars. This is Mars. This is Mars. So anyways, let's get back to where, no, I can't do that. I had showed something over here in this scenario. So number 3 is everything. Number 3 is what creates pi. Number 3. Number 3 divides completely everything up with one space because of what number 369 does. Number 3 is inside a 9, so I don't even need 3. But 3 is telling us it's part of 5 and part of 4, which is part of the fox and the sun, because the number to fox is 45. The average equals to 45. These are all your numbers, okay? Your average is 5. When we reconnect to the next level, you remember A, B, C, D, 10? So this is 35, right? 35. When we connect over here, then we skip this. We're going to skip number 5. We're going to do 6, 7, 8, 9 is the reverse of 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have a total of 30, and we have a total of 10. 30 and 10. That's the way the two areas reflect and mirror each other. And then we connect them by 365.47, which is the year in time, and 125, which is memory, okay, of the heaven's birth. These numbers over here. 10 and 30, and then 5. So this becomes A, B, C, D. And this one over here becomes F, G, H, I. F and I, 6 and 9, 15, and 7 and 8, 15. The heaven's birth and gateway. Why? Here's the 9. Here's the 6. Looks like the percentage sign. When we go ahead and create this little design from obligation, it creates two passages, one going this way and the other one going that way. And you can actually see that there is an angle, a pole that goes right through it. So we did this little piece, we did that little piece. Yeah, so we show how the fourth separates everything, right? So you have first, you have second, you have third, and you have third, and you have fourth, equals to your 10. So I like to say AA is standard. This is standard. The next time that the A will be apparent, although it'll be apparent in C, it is not full until you reach the delta angle. The D is where A encompasses it. Here's your 5. See your A in the center where it encompasses the 4. So now we're going to put the E world. So now when you read this, it says standard death, DNA. This stands for the AD passage in the sun, this letter here. RD, the Venus birth, the extraterrestrials of the heavens. So let me go back and see where I am, see where I'm not. Yes, I made that mistake in previous videos. The king, this is what I wanted to talk about to start this video. The king can move 8 directions when there's nothing around him. Can move 8 directions, but only 1 space. The queen can move 8 directions, but she can move 7 spaces. The king has 8, can only move 1 space. Why 7 and not 8? Because you occupy 1. So that's that. The octagon, the hexagon. Okay, number 5 and number 2, when you design them over each other, it creates an 8. The 5 and 3, when you design them over each other, it will create a 9. If you put the 5 and 1 on top of each other, because 1 is centered to all, it creates this over here, 51. This is where Mars comes in. See what happens? Mars comes in, and number 1 is located inside of 3 creation, and the mirror, number 5, 3 and 5, electric company. It is a mirror. Here's the 3. Where's the other cube? Here's the 3. It fits right inside of it. So when it's a mirror of it, 5 carries 2 and 3 carries 4. 5 carries 2, 6, and 8. And we did that. I was talking before. Yes, I didn't finish this. I just wanted to show you when you're running down the gematria scale, and see it goes to 6. So we've duplicated everything. So now we're going to live inside. The Mayans show designs. We're living inside the numbers, and we have gone down the rabbit hole. So if we go down the rabbit hole to 11, which is 5 and 6, we went down the rabbit hole to number 11. So that's over here. See, this is third. Nothing begins. This is the other world. 1, 2, 3 is the other world. Nothing can begin until we hit here, 10, 4. And is that real? Is 10, 4 real? Well, let's ask the dice. 6 and 4 is real. You flip it over, you have 3 and 1. Let me see. 10, 3 and 1 is 4. See, these numbers are inside. Count that. 10 and 4. And when you play the game of craps, that becomes a 2-to-1 payout. Okay, when it's either 9 to 5 or 2 to 1, which is telling you about your birth in the sun. Created by that 14. What else is inside there? Yes, there's another way to get it. Your freedom to life is number 55, which is 10, and your reversal is 2 and 2. You can also say 2 and 2 is the value. Okay. Hold on, because every word I say has a number value. When you see 2 dots and 2 dots, okay, 2 has a value of 58. 58 and 58 is 116, which is 8, which becomes 2 and 8. 1, 1 is 2, and 6 is 8. Just adding up the numbers. So it's giving me simple math. The reverse of it, 22, the 22nd letter is life. Life in the E world, because the reverse of the 22nd letter is the 5th letter. But anyways, this gematria climbing scale over here, based on Mayan designs, okay, we have now number 10. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to number 9. So we go to number 9, and we have to have number 5, and we have a 3, 2, 5, and we have a 4, 1, 5, which is going to be 9 and 6 and 3. So that 4 and 1 is, I'm going to get back to what I started earlier, okay? Where I started earlier is number 23. You see, to create number 23, you can use number 55. You can use number 85. You can use number 53. You can use number 27. You can use number 38. All these numbers will lead to number 11, creation. And every single one of these are going to tell different stories. You see, this one here is the culmination. This is the premier life. Here is the E world, the passage, because number 5 is involved. Here, okay, you have to add this to it. Although the total here, okay, you would see it is 44, it's also 35. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 2 and 1 is 3. There's another way to look at it, because since it's number 1 and number 2, they automatically go together. This is not going to change. Just like you say 1,323 hours or 123. I'm not going to change this. Only this change. So in this situation, it's going to become 37. 37 is like 35. Now I'm going to show you exactly why 5 and 7 come together. Okay, 5 and 7 come together because of the moon. The moon is number 57. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 4 equals 3, and 3 equals to 7. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals to 2 equals to 3. 3 and 2 equals to 5. 5 and 7. The 12 is the female bat mitzvah, the bat's lady for bat mitzvah, and here it's the bar mitzvah. And we always bar, okay, the 66. So you're barring the heavens, okay, this over here with 66. Why? Because in the game of craps, we bar 66. We bar the woman, we bar the freedom, we create the H, we're dividing the heavens pass. Where am I with this now? There's just so many things going on. I showed you this over here. I showed you 12 and 13, the angle slope to this pyramid over here. What this is when I divide this 360s into 4 parts, right? Between this part and this part is 180 degrees from here all the way around to here. You can also call it 6 a.m. or 1800 hours. So you see where F now becomes R, the resident angel, the birth in the heavens, 6 and 18. This area, the dividing area is 225, which is 9 by 25. Okay, that is the dividing of Earth between the two sides and dividing it by the moon. What number is the moon? Number 57. And what's ironic about number 57, in fact, I have another dice here. What's ironic about number 57 is, you see, if I can't back it up with something somebody else did, something professional that's out there, then it ain't no good. If I make a mistake, tell me. Tell me I made a mistake. I'll look it over. I have to know the truth. I'm just trying to I'm going to show you. Seventeen 1776, 17, 8, 1 and 7, 8, 3 and 4, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6 come together. I only need the 8. Number 25 is that 8. Stand on 17, created gateway to DC. 17 and 34, DC divides 8 and 6, divides the house. 17 and 34, 51 and 6, 57. We turn it around to the opposite side. 9 and 31 is 40, and 14 is 54, 64, 74, 75, 57, 75. If you look up orphan children, orphan roulette. If you look up orphan roulette, hold on a second. I don't know why this thing keeps buzzing. I don't see nothing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that 5775. If you look up orphan on the, let me look it up, because let me just back what I have to say. Okay, here it is. Okay. Wow, where'd it go? I'm still looking for it. Wow. Just give me a second. Okay, I'm going to look it up again. Okay. Okay, got it. Here it is. Orphan roulette. Let me see if I can find it elsewhere. Here. 21, 35, 66, 75. The birth comes to 66, that birth. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. Number 4, when number 4 comes into the house. 6, 34, 17, 57, 75. It says it right here. 77, Christ, times 75, the moon DC, created from the barring of the H, trapping it between the two sides. Tiers voisin de zero. They're trapped it in between. 33, the Christ, the red Christ. I'm just trying to look what else can be in here. I don't know, but that's what I do know. That's that truth. Now, where else am I with this? So what you do is now 77 times 75 equals 5775. This will create 555, and it unlocks the key to this cube. When we turn over to this sixth one over here, it becomes 5781, or 123 times 47 equals end of time. 66, 47. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to count all these together. This is 19 and 5 as the spirit. This is the 21st letter. Sorry, this is the 15th letter. It is the 15th letter, Mars, and 6 equaling to 21, the cube, which 1 and 5 is 66. Time is number 47. End equals to 24. That is the house planet. So I'm going to use all the numbers. It is 24 and 21 and 66. This equals to 10. This equals to 11. 6, 12, let me see, 24, 45, and 6, 51, and 60. 66, let me do this again. 66, 21, 24, 6, 10, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, carry the 1, 111. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, okay? And we are going to go to over here. Let me see if I can get this. No, I can't get this. Yeah, here, we're going to do it right here if we can get that color. Let me see if I can. Okay, so what we're going to do is the center of the board is right here. So we're going to add it. 16, 17, and 18 equals to 51. 19, 20, 21 equals to 60. So the reverse of this part is this part, because this part is a mirror of this. The center, 33, 51, 70, 90, 111 is the center. 555 plus 111 equals to 666, which is all the numbers in roulette. They're telling us the story. They're giving us odds. They're showing us that when you bet roulette, if I put a chip between 4 areas, they will pay me 8-1. If I put a chip between these 2 areas, it'll pay me 17-1. If I put a chip in the center area, it'll pay me 35-1. 3 and 5, 8. 8 and 1, 8. 7, 17 and 1, 1 and 7, 8, 8, 8. It's telling me about 1/3. It's telling me about the divide of 3 and everything about 3, about creation. So that's this basic video we worked with. Yes, I was going to show you how all these numbers create number 11 or 23. 3 times 8, 3 plus 8 equals to 11, equals to 24, equals to 35. So you now see 35 and 35. I no longer need 38. The 38 goes into 35. 85, 8 times 5 equals to 40. 8 plus 5 equals to 13. So we now have another 53. 5 times 5 equals to 25. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. 10 plus 25 equals to 35. We now have another 35, another 35, another 35, another 35. 2 times 7 equals to 14. 2 plus 7 equals to 9. We now have a number 23. 3 times 5 equals to 15. 3 plus 5 equals to 8 equals to number 23. So all these numbers will reduce to 23, where 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 equals to 6 equals to 5, now equals to 11. So how all these numbers lead to number 11. That is their reality. So this will become 2 and 6 equals 8, and 3 and 5 equals 8. 5 and 5, okay? How did I do this? 2 and 4, 6 equals 2, 1 and 7. And that is your gateway. Stand on 17. That is the gateway, 17, over here. Q, QJ, ABCD, your gateway. It tells it to you right there. Why? Because 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. And all zeros equal to 6. That means your gateway, instead of 17/77 to Christ, becomes your gateway. How does Christ at 77? The third letter, the eighth letter in the alphabet. The R is the 18th letter in the alphabet. The I is the 9th letter in the alphabet, also looks like first. These two combined to 39, the total is 77. That 77, okay, will create 49 and 14 equaling to 63, which is going to lead you to 18 and 9 equals to 27, which is the R and I, the reversed letters, direct reverse letters saying win big. It says win big, but it's more than that. It was Saturday. That was that day. The R and I is the heaven's birth in Venus. It is talking about this over here because the R is the 18th letter of all 9 areas. So it's telling you also that 360, 36 is all. That's your 360, and it's only 1/4. 360, okay, is 1/4 of a day, because you need 4 of them for 1,440 minutes. Times 3 equals to your vibration, okay, plus 300, that's not, no, plus 360. Hold on a second. Where is that? Made a mistake here. This is what you get in 3 days. Since the polarity is the 4th day, okay, on the 4th day, you will put another 1,440. First, we did 3 times 360 equals 1080 into your day. Then what we did is we did 3 days equaling to the vibration. We add on 1 more day, we get 5760. 5,160 degree turnaround to get to the polarity from 4 to 3, from where W and X divide everything, to where Grover Cleveland, okay, and I think it was Benjamin Harrison to Grover Cleveland again, reversing the polarity, coming back with Grover Cleveland. Also, this in Hebrew time is the year 2000 as well, when I spoke about the end cycle of being 5775. And the 5775 created by 77 times 75, which is Christ and the moon DC. Okay, this equals to 5 and this equals to 3. Quebec is that province. Quebec is that province, electric company. It's all created by that number over here. Now, how can I recreate this number? With the king, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. How do I get number 41? At the beginning, I was talking about king for number 41. Where do I get that from? 6 times 5 equals to 30. 6 plus 5 equals to 11. I got 41. Where did I get 6 and 5 from? I got it right from here, from number 23, from all these other numbers that created 23. But I was talking about how I created 23, or how I created 35, how my number 8 over here, my number 1 and 7, 8. Q, Z, H, headquarters. These are all the numbers for headquarters. Jack, Queen, headquarters. This number over here the passage to the octagon of Mars. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 equals to 8 equals to 15. You're into Mars right away. And 56, Mars and the student. There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of stuff. Anyways, this piece over here is the angle of the sun and the moon. And where did I get that from? I'm going to look up on here. Let me look that up. There was something on here. Yes, here it is. Right there. So if you took that piece there, right, somehow we got it to go over there. Something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyways, there's just so much going on. I'm going to look to see if anybody wrote anything. I'm going to come back. I'm a little thirsty. I've been here for, wow, an hour and 15 minutes. Just one question. When you look at something, like you look at that, it looks flat, right? Don't take that as being flat. Don't take that as being flat. And when you see a rectangle over a square, we have to think, or we can take a square, turn it into two sides. We have to see dimension in this. There's more dimension inside of this. Maybe it's a ship and we should be seeing it this way. Maybe if I get rid of that light, right? See it that way as a ship, it's above us. Would that make the constellations, right? And you see the way it's, one of the lines is a pole. See the pole? See, we only have 4 lines over here. This is a pole going all the way down to here through these 4 lines. So the connection, hold on a second, I'm trying to, yeah, so the connection is, so we have the sun in the center, we have Earth over here. Just trying to see how that angle is coming out. It's almost like it's going this way. So anyways, yes, there's a whole shebang going on there. I'd have to look at it a little bit longer. I'm hoping you got my drift. I was speaking about something a little bit earlier, how even what we also can do with the numbers to Jesus Christ, what happens. So I was talking that 77 of Christ, what it does, well, it fabricates the number 63, which creates the multiplication of 6 and 3. Or remember, once you're still in the cube, okay, you have not created, you're inside the cube. The cube occupies 6 numbers. The first 4 numbers will create your 10. After your first 3 numbers, you create polarity. After you create 3 sides, the other 3 sides are polarity. The 6 and 5 is your 11, creates 2. So no matter, you went up to 11, but you created 2. Your 2 highest numbers took you nowhere. 6 and 5 create 11, 1 and 1 is 2. To get your 10, you would have 6 and 4, that will create 1. So you need to do anything at all. Before you do anything at all, it's 6 and 3. That is the minimum, or 5 and 4. So you're 21 total on 2 cubes. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so 47 plus 74. 11, 11. 7 and 4, 11. 7 and 4, 11. 11, 11. 7 and 4, 11. Carry the 1. 7 and 4, 11. Carry the 1. 121. The reverse and calculation of this is 55, which is freedom. This calculation here is 33. Freedom, the command of the creation of the Christ, of the energy of the E world. Anyways, this one over here brings you into 216 is the moon, and the reverse of this are the seconds on the clock. This over here is your vibration, and to fill the gap of the 90 degrees, you need 666. I'm getting tired. I'm talking over myself. I'm just trying to see where I'm going with some of these things. Yes, so after the cube, we went to where everything starts over again. The polarity of 1 is 18. Over here, the polarity of 1 is 21st, and the reflection is over here, 21 and 18. 1 and 4, 3 and 2. These come together as 39, and 21 and 18 come together as 39, as 1 and 4 come together as 5, as 2 and 3 come together. Why am I doing it this way? Because the polarity of counting is on number 4. You're starting on 1, and the reflective polarity of 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals to 6, plus 4, okay, equals to 10. 1 plus 0 equals to 1. So I have reversed it exactly from itself. So this is 39, and 39 represents 10. It represents angel. It represents the sky, although the sky is number 55, and the sky in French is number 29. The painted sky, because of its letters, says the painted sky. So everything begins over here. Nothing begins on number 5, so we would have to go down to number 5 is the gateway. This is the half-life, church and the spirit. And number 7 is when you get through the next gateway. Okay, if you're at number 7, you're at number 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. 15 is now Mars. When you get to 8 into the heavens, you get to 14. 7 and 8 together. When you're creating the passage, number 17, I'm going way too fast, way too fast. That 17 was created by 5 times 5 equals 1. 10. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 5 times 5, 25. 2 and 5 is 7. This is the earth angel, 55 freedom. I hope I'm making some sense. I don't like to go this fast. I need more space to write. What I'm doing is I'm counting down and counting up to the number 22, which is the reverse cube. The reverse cube. 1, 21, 2 and 23 and 19. 7 is the gateway, 8 is the heaven. And when this over here is what creates pi, the division in pi. 7 and 8. Well, you create the division in pi. You create the polarity between 6 and 8 according to these cubes. We're going to use 6 and 2, 8 to the polarity of 1 and 5, 6. That is the house planet. 8 and 14, this is the matrix. When you come to your last number, number 9 and 13, which, okay, and this one over here, this is where this 13 will reflect this number over here. This 14 will reflect this number over here. This 15 will reflect number 2. When I do the mathematics on the numbers associated with each other, they turn into another number, taking them to that dimension. Anyways, I'm not really sure if I got anything done. There's just so much to do. I want to see peace and love to everybody. Thank you for being here. Yes, I did miss something. I remember 5781. Okay, 5775 is when the cube is over here. But in the last 6 years, the cube is over here, 5781, which is A, B, C, 1, 2, 3 times 47. 5781. We're into something that is brand new, brand spanking new. This is the end of the cycle, just ended last week in the Hebrew New Year. Although they announced 5781, we are in the cycle year. 5782 is the year that we're going to be using up. We've used up 5781, Moon Venus, the passage. Now it's going to be 82, which is the cycle of Earth. So is it the new cycle, the recycle, and everything I've done has to be discussed because what in the world do I know? You know, I'm going to be ending the video. I'm hungry. I have to go out of the house. If you have any questions for me, flight risk, I see you just showed up. There's so many things. One of the primary things is I made a mistake about the king and the queen. The queen in the deck of, in the game can move in 8 directions, a maximum of 7 areas. Because that's how many areas you can cross when you occupy one. Occupy one, move 7. It has a possibility of going around itself, okay, in 8 directions, but can only move one of 8 directions, standing in one, maximum 7. So there's a lot of numbers that go down, and that's the queen. She gets number 62. Words that go with 62, yes, there are. The god, the dog. If you wanted to use time, it is life's pass. 266 2 or 2 or 20 or 2662 or 6226 and 66 is the passage. 66 is the 1 plus 2 plus 3, 1 times 2 times 3. All the polarities change at 3. They use it. Our leap year is the 4th year. It changes the polarity of the cube or another loop or another corner. It is a 2-turn. You see, this is 1 turn. This is 2 turns. We always turn halfway. We do not need to turn anymore because moving halfway is all the way. Otherwise, you turn this way too or this way too. You end up in the same place. So it's 1/4 or 1/2. And when you move 1/4, you also move 3/4. 3/4 explaining the moon, DC. 3/4 are 75%, 57 equaling to the moon. 3/4 equals to the numbers 75. Moon equals to the number 57, and it is created by 3 times 19. How do we get number 19? 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 is 7 and 12, 19. How do we get number 13? 7 and 6 is 13. How do we get number 7 and 6? 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 equals 7 and 6. Are there any other relationships? There are. I don't know where they are right now. I'm just jogging things. We did right at the beginning of, yes, 2 and 11 are the, is the countdown to 0. The same as 1 and 10, 10 countdown, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, or 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, 13, 12, 11, blast off. So you're blasting off on 10. And the reason for that is 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. Plus, and 2 is 2. One of the things about 11th, this is how I started the whole thing. 11th is what divides the polarity of 1 and 1. Of 1 and 3, first and last. Because in numbers, the second time you ever use the abbreviation letters, well, unless you're writing them down, of ST is on 21st. It's first and it's 21st. What is in between? Well, first of all, creation is ABC. Take away 6. Take away 6 from the 21. You have 15. That's Mars. And 1 and 5 is 6. Take away 6, you're left with 15. 1 and 5 is 6. Go figure. 66 the root. 1 plus 2 plus 3, that's 6. 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals 15. That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 24. That's 6. The house planet of the student. The house planet of the student. But anyways, wow, I lost myself. I was thinking of something. Yes, 1 and 21. So what you're going to count is once you get ABC, once you get the D, it becomes the polarity. The polarity of that is the letter X. Have you ever gone back with your X to your X job? What does the X represent? It represents also 10 and 24, being one in Roman numeral 10 valued X, or the 24th letter in the alphabet, X, which is, okay, I'm not going to get into that part. So when I said 6/22/6, if you go from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., that's 16 hours. And then if you go from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., that's 8 hours. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, that is your phi. I don't know how it works, but it creates the letters PH and I automatically come with it. 622.6 was a, where else is there? I don't know. The center of the cube, there's just so many things going on, Oh, it was funny. I was at a little, I was somewhere and they were singing and we kept saying, oh, solace, solace, solace. When you say solace, I'm going to just show you this before I end this video. When you say solace, if you want to say it this way, or you can say soleil or solas, the U being 2, this represents 51. This represents half. So it's half the sun and half the earth. Half the sun or half the earth. Sol, is that the sun or the earth? Anyways, getting really tired. I want to thank you for watching. My DOB is 211. Oh, cool. Okay, so there's also 3 and 30, 4 and 40, 5 and 50. The countdown, okay, when you get to 5 and 50, it's actually 41. When you're counting, it's 21 to 30. It's 31 to 40 because 3 and 1 is 4. It's 41 to 50. The 40 is on the 10 going backwards. So the first number in a group or the last number in the group is the 10th position, because that's the ABCD rule. If it's not the 10th position, then you're counting, let's say you count the 30 to 39. So 30, 3 plus 0 equals 3, 39, 3 plus 9 equals 12, 1 plus 39, 3 plus 9 equals 12, 1 plus 2 equals 3. And if you count to 30, oh, that's 3, right? Did I do that wrong? 30 to 39, or 31 to 40. Because the 0 is the blast off. So I can't count that way because I wasn't taught. And when the spaceship takes off, they start at 10. So I always have to start from the outside, counting down to the inside, like taking a foot and walking out the door. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Just know we are connected. And whatever we do is written down in a book, some book. And don't forget, our small life and the size that we are in this universe takes up hardly any space. And we can probably, wherever it is, in the energies evolve. Thank you for watching this video.